I've been observing how AI is changing solution consultants' work. The biggest opportunity seems to be building solution consulting organizations that consistently create wins. Rather than relying on extraordinary individuals, we'll call them heroes, elite SC teams build repeatable systems that allow every consultant to arrive prepared, speak the customer's language, and create executive confidence. This presentation is less about AI and more about building better solution consultants. Many solution consulting leaders unknowingly depend on heroics. One consultant knows the account better than everyone else, owns the relationships, builds every presentation, and carries every difficult technical discussion. I've been in that hero role, and frankly, it feels great. And while that may work for a while, one thing I've noticed is that heroics don't scale. Elite organizations operate differently. They rely on shared frameworks, repeatable playbooks, institutional knowledge, and deliver consistent execution. In short, they build systems, not heroes. Enterprise customers rarely struggle to compare products these days. Where they seem to struggle is in comparing risk. Features may open the conversation, but confidence closes it. I've been in this profession for over 25 years, and one thing stands out to me. Elite solution consultants reduce uncertainty. They do this by building trust and aligning executives around business outcomes. And the result is that they accelerate decisions. In short, customers don't buy technology, they buy confidence. Today's enterprise buyers expect more than product expertise. They expect their vendors to understand their industry, their priorities, their risks, their constraints, and the metrics that matter most. The days of asking customers to educate us are over. I once joined an initial call with a nationally recognized mortgage originator and servicing company. I'll never forget the moment when their executive sponsor opened the meeting before we even got past the introductions with, "Listen, I'm not interested in hearing what you've done in other industries. What we really need is a vendor who already knows our industry, understands our vocabulary, and already has ideas about how to help us." So what was the lesson? Preparation has become part of credibility. Fluency is now the price of entry. Elite solution consultants don't improvise. They operate through a repeatable system. Every engagement begins with discovery. Research deepens understanding. Priorities guide focus. Business cases create executive relevance. Narratives communicate value. Architecture validates feasibility. Confidence grows. And ultimately, customers make better decisions. Like a fighter pilot, they begin every mission with a plan, and they end it with a debrief. They capture lessons learned from wins and losses alike. Then, the cycle begins again. Every opportunity improves the next one. AI changes how work gets done, but it doesn't change what creates value. Without AI, consultants spend countless hours researching, searching, building presentations, and recreating work that's already been done. AI compresses those activities dramatically. Knowledge stays current, information becomes shared, preparation becomes repeatable. But judgment remains human. In short, AI compresses effort, and judgment creates value. Now let's put these ideas into practice. We'll walk through one continuous workflow. Not disconnected demonstrations, but one operating system. If you'd like a live demonstration of how I use this system, message me in LinkedIn. We'll begin with account intelligence. Prioritize customer opportunities. Build a defensible business case. Develop an executive story. Validate the technical architecture. And ultimately, increase executive confidence. Every step builds on the previous one, exactly as it should in a real customer engagement. Every great customer conversation begins with preparation. I used to spend days collecting information from dozens of sources. Google searches, reading customers' and competitors' websites, and to show my age, I even bought real books from the actual bookstore. But today, we can consolidate everything into a single knowledge foundation: public information, financial reports, leadership changes, technology signals, industry news, competitive intel. The result isn't simply a faster research report. It's a continuously updated executive brief paired with discovery questions that immediately improve customer conversations. What used to take days or hours become minutes. Another thing that I've observed is that not every customer problem deserves equal attention. Elite solution consultants prioritize based on business value, revenue, cost, risk, growth. AI helps organize those priorities, but every recommendation must remain traceable. If someone asks, "Why is this the top recommendation?" we should always be able to point directly back to customer evidence. Traceability builds credibility. Every business case eventually encounters one important question: where did that number come from? This is where credibility is earned. Every assumption should either point to a verified source or be openly acknowledged that it's an assumption. Nothing should pretend to be more certain than it actually is. Trust comes from transparency, which leads to deeper conversations. One of the most common failures I've seen in enterprise sales happens quietly. The account executive's story evolves. The SC's technical architecture evolves. Eventually, they no longer match. The biggest danger here is that the customer only discovers the gap during implementation. Elite organizations prevent this by maintaining one shared knowledge foundation. When requirements change, every artifact updates. Narrative and architecture remain aligned. Implementation surprises disappear. Elite organizations understand the importance of communication and coordination between sales and pre-sales. In my point of view, the most important capability isn't AI, it's judgment. Every statement made by AI should clearly identify whether it's confirmed or assumed. Confirmed information is backed by evidence. Assumptions remain visible until validated. I've found that an effective way to introduce assumptions is to start with something like, "While we don't have this information from your company yet, when we speak with other clients like you, we usually find the following," and then list the assumptions. This simple discipline dramatically changes customer trust, because speed without certainty destroys trust. Now, for the pre-sales leaders watching, this approach isn't simply about improving individual consultants, it's about improving organizations. What you'll find here is that systems scale because consistency improves the customer experience. You'll even start to notice that coaching becomes easier because your team recognizes the process and stops receiving feedback as an attack. Governance becomes a natural rhythm for the team. Eventually, excellent customer outcomes become predictable. That's how organizations mature. Elite SCs recognize that every customer interaction creates knowledge. When captured and used properly, that knowledge strengthens the next engagement. We already know that research improves discovery. It follows then that discovery improves prioritization. Prioritization strengthens business cases. Better business cases improve demonstrations. Successful engagements generate new lessons. Those lessons become institutional knowledge, and the flywheel starts to accelerate. Your organization will improve only when learning compounds. Okay, so we can all agree that technology alone doesn't create excellence. Frameworks do, coaching does, leadership does, systems do. AI used correctly amplifies great organizations. It doesn't replace them. Here's the main lesson. Elite solution consultants are built, not generated. All right, we're circling the plane now. I believe the future belongs to organizations that learn faster than everyone else. These are organizations where AI, people, knowledge, and customer insight work together as one connected system. The best solution consulting organizations will win because they learn faster. They stay aligned, they build confidence, and they create predictable customer outcomes at scale. Thank you. Throughout this presentation, we've explored how AI can transform solution consulting. But the real opportunity isn't just adopting another technology. It's building organizations that consistently create better customer outcomes. Elite solution consulting organizations share knowledge, create systems where preparation is repeatable, and ensure that every solution consultant has the confidence to lead executive conversations. If these ideas resonate with you, I'd love to continue the conversation. Whether you're building a solution consulting practice, leading a pre-sales transformation, or exploring how AI can strengthen your organization, let's connect. Together, we can build systems that help your team scale, accelerate customer confidence, and create predictable growth. I'm Howard Leary, founder of the Elite Solution Consultant. I look forward to connecting with you on LinkedIn. Thank you for your time and for everything you do to advance our profession.